What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Binding of Isaac, or as I like to call it, the basics of Isaac. I'm Lyndon with Who Cares Network, and today we are going to do something a little different. So last episode we unlocked Judas, Samson, Azazel, Lazarus, last two runs, and then the last run we unlocked Eden. Which how you unlock Eden is by killing Mom's heart. You gain an Eden token. But we're not going to go into Eden today. Actually, we're going to do the very last, special, I'm going to show you guys the very last special, thing on Isaac for now. And it is greed mode. So let's just hop right into it. Now you guys can see, this looks a little different. So greed mode is a wave-based, it's a wave-based game mode in Isaac. You got every floor will have a treasure room, a free room, which midnight snacks not too good, but and then every single floor will have a shop. Now, what makes greed mode very important is it's all about money. So every single floor will have a shop that will offer. I shouldn't pick that up. A shop that will offer premium items, consumables, stuff like that, sometimes trinkets, cards and whatnot. But what's important is that throughout this run we're going to have to be very, conservative of our money to be able to buy keys for the treasure rooms and to make sure that we can get enough health and money for the premium items. But I have a handy little counter in the it's kind of like top left. 1 through 10. There's 10 rounds of enemies, and as you guys are seeing, every time we kill and finish a wave, money is spawning. That is how greed mode works. So you fight off waves of enemies, and you get money. Pretty self-explanatory once you get the hang of it. So after 10 waves, there will be, or I think it's like 8 waves, there'll be 2 boss waves, and then you have to fight a special boss wave for your either angel room or your devil room. And what's really nice is, if you complete that wave, no matter if you had lost health or not, you always get your devil chance. So the only thing is, whenever you start dealing with split chance with angel or devil, you always get something, but it just depends on your percentages if it's going to be more lenient towards devils or angels. But starting off this, it's very basic, first floor enemies. We're considered the basement, which it has basement, enemies. So that's pretty, the first floor is going to have first floor enemies. And as we go on throughout the game, we'll see more enemy types of different floors. Big Chubby's okay. He's actually pretty decent about clearing, big long rooms, having that damage go all the way through. But so like I said, we'll fight 2 bosses, and then we'll have a chance at the devil. We'll have a chance to go fight for our devil deal. Which devil deals are kind of a personal choice in green mode, because it is harder to get health ups. You don't always, like in a regular run, we have those boss pools where you see your health ups, and from the boss rooms and such like that. But in this, you don't have those designated item pools. So, getting health, soul hearts, you gotta buy them. You're not gonna get pickups. That's the one thing that's bad. Okay, that was a weird hit. Big Chubby putting in work on the flies, but still haven't really been able to get him to hit Duke very much. But the thing is, you don't get consumables spawning on the ground. That's the only problem. You're not gonna see Like, you're not gonna see soul hearts dropping and stuff like that. Yeah, we'll take Jesus Juice and go fight the Devil Room. So, you know, if you have the if you are confident enough to, you know, go for Devil Deals, you know, definitely do it, you know, because most, you know, Devil Deals have a lot of items that will give you health back, which is nice, you know, black hearts and stuff like that. But the thing is, you know, you have to spend health to get health. And you're not always going to run into those items like ceremonial robes or Abaddon or blood, you know, dark vessel, something like that. You know, 9 lives is good, but, you know, bring it down to one heart. So really taking greed mode floor to floor, you know, you don't have a lot of room for error. It's really, you have to spend money to get health back. So, you know, red hearts, you can buy red hearts in the shop. You can buy soul hearts sometimes, but if you lose health throughout while you're fighting the waves, you lose. You know, it's really hard to get that back. You're really setting yourself back for getting items and all that such. So like that, we instantly got a Devil Deal, and if we skipped this, we would get 100% Angel Deal. That is, oh my gosh. So the game mode about money gives us the item which every time we have a coin, it ups our damage. So I'm going to take both of these. Lump of Coal is also a very good item. As your tiers travel, they deal more damage, which is very good for rooms where there's a lot of space in it. But at the end of every floor, you'll have this hatch that you hop down, and that brings you to the next level. Alright, so now the basics kind of over, so now we can actually go into the run. That's amazing. Skinny Odd Mushroom is a massive tiers up at the cost of a little bit of a damage multiplier down. Pyra is also amazing. And our tier rates, our DPS just went up massively. And the thing is, every single floor, as we get money, we're gonna continue to get more damage. See how we just spent? We've got a key, and now our damage is 0.3 negative, which that's fine because we'll get 8-inch nails. That's a while since I've seen that item. But now we're just looking for, we're gonna get Pyro. Pyro allows you to not take damage from bombs, which is insane because the final boss of Greed Mode, actually, he uses a lot of explosive type damage. So a lot of his attacks we're gonna be resistant to, which is actually it's gonna heal us. That's the thing with Pyro. Whenever you get Pyro, any explosive type damage actually heals you. So as long as we can have a decent red heart pool for the final boss, his attacks will heal us. So right now we're just looking for general stat ups. I wouldn't mind a little bit more range so I can fully clear the room. You know, we can get up to like 9 or 10. It wouldn't be too bad. But just things that help us, you know, we clear that floor so fast. Things that are going to help us just, you know, clear the ways faster. Because the last thing you want in Greed Mode is a bunch of enemies in this room at once. It's, you know, these rooms are big, but they can be confined very quickly. The last thing you want to do is get overrun by a bunch of enemies and then just die. And the thing is, that's most commonly going to happen, you know, the first 3 floors. You know, if your run's not going too good, the first floor will test you. Which, I mean, we just got, you know, we didn't get the best stuff, but the Jesus Juice really helped on that. So we're going to take Pyro. That's a good one. And we don't really want anything else. Card. Starter deck could be good, but I don't know. It's, you know, personal preference. Right now, I'd rather have the extra damage. with the money. So, and since we really didn't get a health up, we're gonna peek into the Devil Deal, but I don't think anything of value is gonna come from it, unless because the last thing I want to do is take a 2-heart deal that's gonna bring me down to half a sphere, a soul heart. But I mean, if you have, especially in green mode, even if you don't have the health, but you take the Devil Deal like I did in the very beginning, always checking it, because Devil Deals can spawn red chests and can just have black hearts sitting out. Look at that, like that. So it dropped 2 black hearts, very easy, and then this is preference. I don't really like any of these items, so I'm just gonna walk right out. And see, I don't really like anything here. And the thing is, you're like, well, why don't you buy a key? Well, there is always going to be key drops in the shop. But sometimes, like starter deck is half off, sometimes you can get a key half off. So I'm always gonna wait until I go to the next floor to see if I have the a half off key. Also, one thing is there's always one secret room in every single floor. So there's 3 places. 1, 2, 5. There's 5 places it can be. One of the places is right here. It can be off any of these item rooms, like right here or up here. It can be upper left corner of the shop, which is all the way over here. But the thing is, it can't be because there's stuff blocking it here. Or it can be left of the curse room. It's just a gamble where it's gonna be. So if you have the bombs, go and look for it. It's not too bad. We got Magician and Judgment, which, ooh, we don't like you. The thing is, blowing up Judgments in this game mode does not do anything considering your Devil Deal. So we got Magician, which is good. The Magician card is going to give us homing tiers for 1 room. Magic Scab's good, HP and a luck up. And half price Soul Heart, that's very tempting. But alright. Not a lot going on here. But we'll take a key to see what we get in our item room. Contagion. After we kill an enemy, it explodes and poisons all nearby enemies. Green mode, this kind of sucks because it is a 1-room cooldown. So whenever you kill an enemy in like a room, it only does it 1 time. The only way you can spread your contagion is if it hits other enemies. But the thing is, we don't have, the room is always continuing. So that's kind of sucks. It's not the best, but it can, it can start off a floor, killing a lot of enemies if you get lucky. So we're gonna be looking for something in the shop. We're probably gonna have to reroll, which I'm fine with that. We're not too strong right now, but we're also not too weak, so I don't mind it. Money equals power. We can take the extra coins as damage ups, so I'm not mad about that at all. Shoot. It's a little tricky sometimes. Just die. Thank you. Jesus. Sorry for just a little concentration. Bad Maul, I really hate because she didn't do it, but I was waiting for her. Whenever she spawns those little jumpers, after she spawns a few of them, she can actually shoot out a brimstone that, I think I said this earlier, that connects all of them in such a tight room like this. I was really worried about her shooting out that brimstone shot and hitting us. Okay, Cupid's arrow, piercing. And I honestly don't mind re-rolling. Again, look at that. Actually, I'm gonna tank our... Oh, that's also stupid good. But... because now we have the ability to... With Thunder Thighs, we have the ability to... destroy rocks, which is actually pretty good. So, you know, we don't have to... We can destroy skulls, rocks. The only thing is... Look at that, see? Black Heart. Immediately worth it. We are gonna go into the... I just wanted to see if there was a key out here or something like that. This in-room can spawn consumables like you see in the very first floor, but you know, it's... So most of the time it's really good. I've gotten a lot of good stuff out of that. I don't think we're gonna get growth hormones, which sucks. So this is one of the angel bosses. They do a... They have 3 attacks. That first one, which is the cross, it's a diagonal. That, which is a, you know, another diagonal. And then they'll shoot a bundle of tears, or spawn enemies, I guess. Yep, there you go. Let's go check out the... Okay. So, we know we've had a Ouija board before, and Spectral Tears would be decent, but we're gonna go with Guppy's Head because this allows us to spawn flies every single charge, like every single wave. I'll show you about that in a second. Trying to... I think the secret room's here. Nope. Bombs aren't too important now, especially since we got Thunder Thighs. So... I'm alright with taking a little bit of a chance on the bombs. Okay, so then it must be out here. It's either out here or it's in the curse room. Nope, it's right here. Wasn't worth the 4 bombs I used, but it just goes to show that, you know, you're never really gonna know where the secret room is. So if you have the bombs, you can use it, but if you don't, it's okay. Like, the secret rooms aren't make or breaks. They can definitely help you, but you know, it's nothing I'm gonna... Oh, I forgot. Sometimes in the womb, some rocks can hurt you like that. So try to stay away from the rocks if you're in womb, especially with Thunder Thighs. Let's see. Nothing. Not a lot going on this floor, so that means we're gonna get our damage back up. So, like you just seen, with whenever we started the floor, our active item went up, which that's the big thing about with greed mode, is every single floor, every single wave, we get the ability, you get a 1 charge on your active item. So, you know, having an active item, like a low charge one, like Guppy's Head, is great because every single wave, we're going to be able to spawn some flies that are going to help us with our DPS. Which now makes me kind of regret not taking Hive Mind back in the first shop. But usually if I see Hive Mind, which, okay, that guy literally just didn't want to die. If I see Hive Mind in the shop, I usually take it because it's good, and also it's like every single time I don't take it, I regret I regret not taking it. So a key note here, this is Dingle. He's like one of the first floor bosses, but I usually I haven't covered it yet, but he does a 3 diagonal dashes towards you. He's not too scary, but you know, it's something to look out for. He has champion variants that change up how he dashes, and that's, you know, that's nothing too big to worry about. Monstro's a bother though. I always hate fighting him. He's not a fun boss to fight. Really good note here, sharp key. If you can get that first floor, it'll give you enough keys theoretically to finish the entire game. Because if you're just using keys for item rooms. But since we're so late, 5 keys isn't going to help us because we only have a few more floors after this one to to go through. And the very last floor before the boss doesn't oh shoot. That's great. Yeah. Two Monstros is not the easiest thing to fight. Especially since they both have gone off of each other's schedules. So now whenever one's shooting or spawning enemies, one is shooting, one's shooting tiers. So with that, you know, go diagonally. Take it very, very light. You know, don't try to rush things. If you have range, you know, use it, because you want to stay as far away from Monstro 2 as possible. He's Mom's knife is one of the best items in this game. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I'm gonna take it because of some of the things it can do. The biggest thing is the damage multiplier that comes with Mom's knife. I think at full range, so whenever I charge it and I throw it out, I think it does 2 times per tick, which is like the knife sitting on the enemy, 2 times my damage. I'm not for sure, but the thing is, the reason why I don't really like this item is it the charge bar. The charge bar really screws with me a lot. But I mean, it just instantly kills people. Get the health right back, and we'll go see if there's a key. There is a key, so that's pretty good. Jumper key. Killing 15 enemies adds 1 charge to our guppy, so that means after we kill 15 enemies, we are gonna be able to activate guppy once again. So you're seeing that Mom's knife is just obliterating people. That's what's gonna happen. That's just Mom's knife. Gosh. I hate these enemy guys. These guys are shown in the, you know, later games, later stages. These guys too. Don't like those. What's nice is because these guys are exploding along with the bombs. If they hit us, we won't die from. We won't get hit from them. We'll actually, you know, take back. You know, we'll get some health back if we had red hearts. Thank goodness for that blue fire. If you explode those blue fires, sometimes they can drop soul hearts. Fistula. Here's the problem with Mom's knife. It's just one thing. I'm really bad at controlling Mom's knife when it comes to low to small enemies. So it's nice to have stuff like flies that are little. I mean, just look at this damage though. That's insane. Just, you know, the cage has one of the highest health pools in the game, and it's literally just shredding through him. I will take Binky just for the soul heart, and then that's confusing. That was, I don't know. It immediately goes away. Oh, okay. This is really good. We're going to do some Devil Deal magic here. So theoretically, if we take both of these, we'll die. Well, Dead Cat allows us to have 9 lives, which you would think, oh, well, let's take Dead Cat and then we'll take Dead Cat and then be able to take Ceremonial Robes, we'll die, and then we'll come back. That's not how you do this. Ceremonial Robes will give you, will give you 3 black hearts on top of that. Then take 9 cat, you take Dead Cat, and then now you have 9 lives and Ceremonial Robes. You could have done it, with having 8 lives and then a heart and 3 black hearts, but that's not what I'd rather have my 9 lives for the final fight than that. But I think we're good. I think we just go right down to the next floor. Now we are on the final floor, which is the shop, and here's the thing is there's no item room or the free item room. That's because at the shop there is no there's nothing besides the actual shop that you can buy stuff. So now we're gonna have to just hope, this is good. We're actually getting health ups. This gives us a speed and a bomb. I don't really want that, but we got 2 really good health ups right off the bat, which is just really good. That's the thing, is being at the end of greed mode with not a lot of health is kind of scary when it comes to having to fight the final boss at the very end of this. So it's good that we got some health. We probably won't buy anything else from the shop just so we can get more damage, and because there's a certain mechanic at the very end of greed mode that I want to show you once we get there. As I say, I don't know how, if we made out of that alive, I wouldn't have known what I wouldn't know what happened. He's gone. Pins. Really? Yeah, get out of here, please. Ooh. Almost walked right into one of these guys. Where is he? I don't know what he was stuck on, but yeah, the dark matter's really good, but we only have 3 hearts, so I'm already kind of uncomfortable in this position, but there's nothing else we can really buy, so we're just gonna have to rely on skill. Ooh, that's awesome. a dime and 3 pennies. Going into the last floor. Now we are at the last floor, which is Ultra Greed. It only has 3 rooms, and now this room looks empty, but notice how whenever we enter it, it is a boss room. Don't let this fool you, because there's been many times while I have walked in here and I have died because I forgot there was a boss. There's a bunch of bosses that can spawn in this room. But one of them is Monstro, and he kind of jumps down right on you. So if kind of go in at the side and see what see what's going on first. You don't want to be you don't want to walk in and immediately get hit. So now there's no shenanigans. This is the final boss of Greed Mode, and I'm gonna be quiet during it and then kind of talk about what happened. But the one thing I'm going to say before I go in here is that the Magician card, I didn't forget about it, is our biggest player in this fight, because whenever we use it, it makes our tears homing, which means that it goes into the enemies. Well, that means that this knife, this super powerful knife that whenever it stabs someone at far range, does a bunch load more damage, is going to home into the boss. So, without further ado, let's finish this greed run. One thing to, really quick, is whenever he spawns these keys, these coins, always try to destroy them. Especially these keys. Not a lot of commentary because I am trying to focus with such low health, but okay, he died. Alright, so now let's talk about it. So the greed fight has a lot of different aspects. You have all these golden doors around the room that you guys saw. He spawned those key coins, which those key coins spawn little gapers, I think that's what they're called, out, and just create massive enemies in this room. Now whenever he does that, if a lot of enemies spawn, he usually calms down. And you did see, like, whenever I think Big Chub actually hit him, and he had a blue shield. Whenever he is hunkered down like that, he has massive damage reduction. Doesn't mean you still can't hurt him, but during that, he isn't going to take a lot of damage. He spawned the health coins, which whenever those don't get destroyed, they heal him. And then those spinning coins are those big spinning coins that spawned once. They're just distractions. I mean, if they run into you, they hit you, and their movements are pretty sporadic. and then he slams the ground and spawns those guys that were shooting the split shots. So this is a massive game of prioritizing. Whenever the coins spawn, destroy the coins. Try to make sure he doesn't spawn more enemies, and then always being at range, because you guys saw he was shooting lots of coins, everything around, and wasn't too bad though. At the end, I just wanted the fight to end. That's why I got in, and I actually got close, and I did take 2 damage, but we only had 3 hearts, so it wasn't a lot. The biggest thing though is the greed donation machine. Just like the shop donation machine, greed mode has its own machine, which enables its own unlocks. So that's the biggest reason why I had 50. I wasn't spending a lot of money. So we're just gonna. So we put 47 coins in, and we unlock some things. But the biggest thing is right under my keys is a looks like a broken donation machine percent chance. What that means is the more you play greed mode and you put coins into the donation machine, the more you're gonna build up a chance that whenever you put a coin in, you'll break it. So it kind of it forces you to play different characters on greed mode to actually build up your donation machine, because the goal is to get to 999. It seems like it's gonna take a while, but it's not. So, try to save the last floor, for coins, unless you just get some crazy items in the shop that you just have to have, like magic mush or anything like that. So. So that was the basics of greed mode. So if you guys enjoyed, hit like, subscribe, and make sure to go check out the other content on the channel, like the podcast and the tier list and my other videos. I've done some other gaming videos, and me and my buddy Peyton, who helps me run this channel, we're actually going to be doing some content very soon. I know Chained Together is one. We're thinking about doing a Castle Crashers Let's Play. And a little inside joke between us, but we're actually going to be doing a Wizard 101 playthrough, so all that's going to be fun. But last thing before I go, thank you guys for the support. The first episode of this has almost 1,000 views, which is fucking crazy, so I really appreciate that. And this, I want this to be a big thing for me, not just for the channel, so that much support coming out right off the bat is greatly appreciated. If you guys would like to support us, because we are a small channel, we do have a Patreon where we upload more content, like exclusive podcast episodes and stuff like that. And if the Patreon goes off, I can do more content from this side on the Patreon. And also, if you'd like to support us, go to w.com and order some sweet drinks and use code WHOCARES for 10% off. But without further ado, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.